The Walking Dead Season 8 Episode 8, How It's Gotta Be. How It's Gotta Be brings the first half of Season 8 to a dramatic and emotionally charged conclusion. The episode is a whirlwind of intense action, shocking revelations, and hard-hitting consequences that leave the survivors' fates hanging in the balance. The united communities face their most devastating setbacks yet, as Negan, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and the Saviors strike back with a vengeance. The Saviors regain control. After weeks under siege, the Saviors break free from the Walker blockade surrounding the sanctuary. Negan's forces launch a coordinated counterattack on all fronts, targeting Alexandria, the Hilltop, and the Kingdom. Their swift and ruthless response catches the survivors off guard, shattering the fragile sense of progress Rick, Andrew Lincoln, and his allies had achieved. The Saviors' overwhelming strength reasserts Negan's dominance, forcing the communities to rethink their strategy and survival tactics. Rick vs. Negan. The long-awaited showdown between Rick and Negan finally takes center stage. Their brutal fight inside Alexandria is as much a battle of ideologies as it is a physical confrontation. Rick's desperation and determination clash with Negan's unwavering confidence. While their conflict ends without a clear victor, it sets the stage for further escalation. The scene underscores the high stakes of their rivalry, emphasizing that neither leader is willing to back down. Carl's sacrifice. One of the episode's most heartbreaking moments comes when Carl, Chandler Riggs, reveals the ultimate cost of his efforts to protect Alexandria. In a selfless attempt to divert the Saviors and keep his people safe, Carl risks his life and suffers a devastating Walker bite. The revelation of Carl's injury marks a turning point not only for Rick but also for the entire group. It forces Rick to confront the personal cost of the war and raises the question of how they can continue fighting without losing their humanity. The Kingdom and Chaos. At the Kingdom, Ezekiel, Khary Payton, makes a heroic stand to buy time for his people to escape. His self-sacrifice reinforces the strength of his character and his dedication to his community. Meanwhile, Carol, Melissa McBride, and Morgan, Lenny James, scramble to protect those fleeing the Kingdom's fall. The Saviors' brutal assault leaves the once thriving Kingdom in ruins, symbolizing the heavy toll of war on even the most hopeful and organized communities. The Hilltop prepares. Back at the Hilltop, Maggie, Lauren Cohan, faces a grim reality. The Saviors' resurgence forces her to consider drastic measures to ensure her people's survival. Her decisions in the wake of this episode's events highlight her evolution into a pragmatic and determined leader. Maggie's resolve to protect the Hilltop sets her on a path of even greater responsibility and tougher choices. Themes of loss and resilience. How It's Gotta Be is steeped in themes of loss, sacrifice, and the need for resilience. The survivors must come to terms with the fact that their initial victory was fleeting, and that the cost of resistance is higher than they anticipated. The episode also highlights the importance of unity and the difficult choices leaders must make to keep hope alive. Despite the overwhelming setbacks, the character's determination to fight on provides a glimmer of hope amid the devastation. Memorable moments. The shocking reveal of Carl's Walker bite, a gut-wrenching twist that sets a somber tone for the future. Rick and Negan's intense face-off, a visceral reminder of their deeply personal vendetta. Ezekiel's selfless act of bravery, solidifying his role as a leader willing to put his people's safety above his own. Maggie's grim resolve as she prepares to defend the Hilltop against an even greater threat. Conclusion. How It's Gotta Be is a pivotal episode that dramatically shifts the course of Season 8. By dealing crushing blows to the survivors, it raises the stakes for the second half of the season and sets up a narrative filled with personal loss, moral dilemmas, and the relentless pursuit of hope. The episode's emotional weight, coupled with its intense action and character-driven moments, ensures that the fallout will resonate deeply with viewers as the series moves forward.